Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Body Mind Healing. My name is Maria Sanchez. I am a holistic health consultant, a family nurse practitioner, a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner, and a doctor in nursing practice. Today's topic is solar flash. The solar flash is a massive burst of solar energy or light resulting from the alignment of the suns in our solar system, galaxy, universe, and cosmos. This burst impacts Earth's electromagnetic field, our electromagnetic field, and therefore our physical, mental, and emotional bodies. According to history, the strongest geomagnetic storm or solar flash ever recorded occurred in 1859. That solar flash caused intense auroras worldwide, sparks, and fires of multiple telegraph stations. On a human level, it likely had little impact since there are no reports of such effects, perhaps because at the time we were not sensitive to solar energy. We still vibrated at a very dense frequency, 3D, and there were no signs of spiritual awakening. So far, we have no precedent for the impact of a solar flash on humanity. However, it is speculated that globally, a solar storm of equal or greater magnitude than the one in 1859 could cause electrical disruptions, blackouts, and extensive damage due to prolonged grid outages. On a human level, it could potentially trigger a greater awakening of consciousness, commonly called a spiritual awakening. But why? Well, because of many factors. Because the function of solar flares is to interact with our energetic or electromagnetic field, intensify our emotions, both positive and negative, and lead us to experience mentally and emotionally intense periods. This, in turn, pushes us to pay more attention to our internal balance and learn to live from the heart, in the here and now. Solar flares help us update our DNA, intensify intuition, creativity, and awareness, cleanse and release our stagnant energies from our subconscious, let go of negative thought patterns and emotional blockages to aid personal transformation, transcend duality, enabling a spiritual awakening and human consciousness evolution so we can remember who we are, where we come from, and our purpose on this plane. We already made significant progress. Our vibrational frequency has risen considerably since 1859. We have evolved greatly as a race and as souls. Additionally, Earth has completed a cosmic cycle and is transitioning from a galactic night to a galactic day, raising the planet's frequency. What effects could a solar flash have on humans? It is important to clarify that solar storms have always existed, but we were not sensitive to this energy due to our high density. Now that we are less dense, we are more sensitive and will likely continue experiencing a wide range of symptoms, though this process is new for many. These symptoms include dizziness, body tremors, nausea, headaches, body heat, bone pain, fatigue or leg weakness, hair loss, stomach pain, palpitations, and many more symptoms. What is unknown is whether symptoms will intensify or cease completely when the solar flash happens. What is anticipated, however, is that the incoming solar energy will serve to accelerate our evolutionary process. So when will the solar flash occur? Just as we do not know exactly how this energy will affect humans, we also do not know when it will happen. Any claims about timing are pure speculation. Influencers have taken advantage of this uncertainty, creating content that claims to know exactly what, how, and when it will happen. But this only spreads fear, anxiety, and uncertainty among the collective. The date of this event is irrelevant because in the universe, time is not linear. Although we will all receive this energetic impact, the timing and intensity of the process will be determined by our soul in alignment with our divine plan, meaning our vibrational and consciousness state. Our focus should not be on predicting when the solar flash will happen, but rather on doing our inner work consciously so we can withstand that energy and benefit from it fully. Yes, it is believed that the solar flash will accelerate our evolutionary process. This assertion is based on changes many of us have experienced since becoming sensitive to solar flares around 2012 or earlier. As mentioned above, this energy helps bring our deepest fears and most painful wounds to the surface to be healed and transcended. It helps us confront our shadows and pain body. So we must take this seriously. The famous long-awaited solar flash is not like going to the beach to soak up some vitamin D. No, this event is a sacred process that pushes us deep into ourselves, a journey through the dark night of the soul and a rebirth from the ashes. But there's nothing to fear, dear brothers and sisters. The intention of this energy is not to destroy us, but to help us heal and move forward in our evolution. Let us never forget, we do not experience anything we have not chosen to experience, and we never go through something we cannot handle. If we have survived the challenges of this 3D experience, we can also survive the solar flash and much more. This explains our increasing sensitivity to space weather and the physical and emotional symptoms we have been experiencing for years. The universe has been carefully preparing our bodies to eventually handle more powerful solar energy and make necessary changes physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So far, the best way to cope with these symptoms have included staying hydrated, connecting with nature and water, resting as much as possible, and setting the intention to stay in a positive vibration. But it is uncertain if these strategies will be effective when the solar flash occurs. What is interesting is that many of us want to know in advance what, how, and when the solar flash will happen and what will follow. But very few of us want to work on ourselves so that when it comes, we can flow with the energy and become better. What would happen if we put all that curiosity and energy into healing and transcending duality? Because that is the true intention of the solar flash. The problem is we do not like discomfort or leaving our comfort zones. We'd rather have someone or something else do the work for us, or take a pill to ease depression or anxiety. Curiosity is more appealing than doing the hard inner work needed to take control of our emotions and lives. And that is okay, dear ones. This human experience is not an easy task. It is density in its maximum expression. Sometimes we feel exhausted, almost ready to give up. But unfortunately, no one can predict the future. We create it through our vibrational frequency and level of consciousness. And part of the awakening process is learning to trust the divine plan, visualize what we want to happen, stay positive, and learn to let go of control. Nobody knows if the solar flash will ever happen, if it has already happened, or if it's still on the way. Nor do we know if it's a collective event or an individual process. And we do not know if it will last 1 day or 3 days, if it will be a period of light or darkness, or neither one of them. But what we do know for sure is that whatever happens will be perfect and part of our divine plan, even if we do not remember it. May the light of truth and supreme consciousness illuminate us, and love transform us. Until next time.